If you could stare into the fire and see the future, what do you think you'd see?
What's up, Cloud Gamers? Welcome to the Cloud Gaming Extreme channel, your destination for all things cloud gaming. Today I have something a little out with the normal, and as you see on screen right now, it's very quick and easy to log into your maximum settings rig. Now I use Moonlight, some others may choose to use Parsec, but Moonlight works very well for me. Let's talk about this new game I have came across now. This game is Erica, and it is described as an interactive thriller. The game allows us to immerse ourselves in a live action video, and we have to make the tactile choices throughout, and each choice has a profound effect in what us the player will see next. And frequent decisions allow continuous interaction. Settings wise, we do not have a lot to choose from, which is understandable because we aren't relying on a high FPS count or any of our standard settings we expect from other games. Erica is basically a feature-length movie in which we get to decide the outcome. The gameplay mechanics are very simple. We use our mouse, as we see on screen right now. We click and drag to open the head of the Zippo-lator, and then we click and drag downwards a couple of times, which will light the flame. The story then takes over, and we watch intriguingly to see where it takes us next. Now let me try and show you some more examples of the interactions we make without ruining the story. Trust me, this is going to be difficult. One minor interaction we see throughout, but it doesn't do a lot for the storyline as a whole. It just shows us some flashbacks here and there. Is this section here where we just swipe the mouse along the screen and it opens up a memory. And it fits in very well with the story, however. Choices that do affect the story, however, as we see here, we can choose to take the path down the hallway to the left, or we can choose to answer the phone on the right. Depending on which path you choose, depends where the narrative of the story will take you. Along the way, we will have decisions to make like we see just now. We have three choices. Depending where you start and where you finish will alter the storyline along the way. One aspect that is very impressive is how smooth the transition is at times from making the decision to the story cutting back to the pre-recorded scenes. This interactive thriller has been put together very well. When faced with a dialogue choice like we see on screen right now, you see that it starts to fade away. Now I haven't let anything fade away completely, so I do not know where the story goes if you don't make a decision. I imagine this could change the outcome of the story, but I was too impatient to let that happen. Now, I know exactly what a lot of people will be thinking here. Why do I want to play a story that only gives me X amount of endings? It's not very long. Why do I want to sit for 2 hours and just make random choices? Well, because it's fun, and the interactive element means that we become a part of the story. And the story is actually very well written. There are a few twists and turns, there are a few surprises, there are a couple of jump scares as well. I really enjoyed my first playthrough, and to top it off, there are 36 achievements available on Steam for this game. My first playthrough I only achieved 5 of them, so I still have another 31 to get. So the replayability factor is there for this game, and it comes in at a very healthy price point. It has only cost me £9.99, Great British pounds that is, so convert that to your own money, and you could play this through a good couple of times and probably still not get all the achievements that there are available. So for the money you're spending and the amount of time that you can spend playing this game, I think the value is there. My first playthrough took me just over 2 hours, and if we take into account that that first playthrough only granted me 5 achievements, then I would reckon there is at least another 8 to 10 hours worth of playtime to grab all of them. So for anyone who may still have doubts, the game has a very positive review score on Steam. 82% of them are such. But I am going to wrap this up now before I run out of editing skills, so as not to ruin the story. As always though folks, let us know what you think in the comments below, because this is slightly different from the usual stuff that we put out. And don't forget to keep up to date with all of our social channels for the latest cloud gaming news, tech reviews, comparisons and gameplay. Until next time then folks, stay safe and keep on gaming.